This is a most inspiring event. Sophia, looking up the real meaning of the word panic. Where are you now? Losing yourself to find yourself. Beautiful. And charismology has a lot to do with all those things. It's the science of charisma. How many of you have heard the saying, charisma is something that either you have or you don't? Have you all heard that? Most of you. How many of you have heard you can learn it? I wonder what you believe. I decided one day to look up the real meaning of the word charisma, only to find that it didn't mean what we think it means, like being glorious on stage and glowing and shining and all the rest of it. It meant something very simple and very fundamental. It's a Greek word, and the correct translation is the God-given gift. In modern terms, let's call it that little spark of genius that every child has. Every child. You cannot be born without this little spark of something that makes you absolutely unique in the world, and that spark of something that you can do. You just can. I decided to call this the genie within, in order to avoid any form of classification. Just the genie within. And I invite you all to look back into your childhood and to remember what it was that you always did without thinking about it, that you were always good at. A friend of mine, get this, her mother used to send her into the kitchen to do the dishes because she knew from the age of 4, this little girl just loved doing the dishes, but also when she came out of the kitchen was clean and tidy. Because this little girl loved creating structure. And that's what she does today, helping startups create structure in their new businesses. Or in Singapore, a young filmmaker that I worked with a few days ago, about 2 weeks ago, all his life he's created little documentary ideas. His most imaginative one was a documentary about the life of his pillow. We thought about this for a while, and we gave his genie the name Creator of Pocket Universes. So, what can you find in your life that you've always done, which is automatic for you, which you don't think is even very important? One of the things I used to do, I used to tell people what to do. And I still do. I'm a teacher, and what do teachers do? I have learned to ask rather than tell. But I can always tell what other people should be doing. It's something I know, God forgive me. And the other thing I used to do in the garden was to collect leaves and put them in a pot and stir them around and pretend I was cooking. And that is my second passion today. Sometimes it's my first passion, depending on what's in the fridge. Yeah. Teaching and cooking. And these are the two things I do today. What is it that you do today that is born out of what you always did as a child, and which at the time you maybe didn't even value in the way it could have been valued? Maybe if you find out what that was, maybe it'll help you give it a name. And you know what they say about babies. Give the baby a name and it will grow. Our filmmaker in Singapore is creating a new business now, making films which are called Pocket Universes. Up to now he called it, well, it's just fun. Do you think anybody would buy that? Well, it's just fun. But compare it to a pocket universe. Would you buy a pocket universe? I would. So what's yours? What's your special gift that you brought with you that you maybe haven't looked at for a while and haven't named? I'm sure it's worth naming.